everybody, and welcome to this episode of Previews Reviews, which takes a look at comic books hitting store shelves in April 2014. I'm Kevin Hickey.
And I am Ricky Lima.
And Ricky, would you please do us the honor of letting everybody out there know where this is being filmed?
This is being filmed at the Sidekick store in lovely Brampton, Ontario, Canada. The Robin to Stadium's Batman.
Yes.
The Superboy to Stadium's Superman.
The Wonder Girl to Stadium Comics Wonder Woman.
The Bucky, soon-to-be Winter Soldier, oh, spoiler alert, to Stadium's Captain America.
You just ruined the Captain America movie for all kinds of people that don't read Captain America comics.
Know anything about comics.
Yeah. But if they don't know anything about comics, why are they watching this program?
That's
I guess
true.
To learn about comics.
Well, you just learned. Bucky.
Alright. Previews is the magazine that most comic shops use to order a good portion of their merchandise out of. And it's awesome to flip through this. Lots of great stuff in here covering comics and all realms of pop culture. And we're going to get it started today with a book coming out from DC Comics, and it's going to be a weekly book. A lot of people are talking about it. It is Batman Eternal, Issue 1. Don't dare miss the start of the Bat story so big it's going to take every week of the month to tell. A massive cast of Gotham City's best and worst examines the relationship between Batman, his allies, and his city. In this debut issue, Commissioner James Gordon is caught on the wrong side of the law. So this is going to be written by Scott Snyder, James Tynion IV, John Layman, Ray Fox, and Tim Seeley. And the art will be by Jason Fabok. What do you think, Ricky? A weekly Batman series? Is there a market for it?
I don't know, man. Personally, I stopped reading Batman.
Really?
So, yeah.
You did not liking the zero-year stuff? Or?
Yeah, basically after Death of the Family, I was like, psh, obviously nothing matters. No, nothing matters.
That's not true.
I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it after that.
I still think Batman is one of the best written and illustrated books in comics today. Snyder and Capullo are like a dream team as far as modern comics go. And Scott Snyder's going to be involved with the writing on this, as well as some other very talented people.
Yeah, why is there so many people writing this book?
Well, it's weekly, right? So I'm guessing there's going to be a big turnaround.
Yeah, but there's how many artists though? Like one?
No, we've got Jason Fabok doing issues 1 through 3, and then Dustin Nguyen on issue 4, and I'm sure that'll change as it goes on. What I'm guessing is they have these 4 or 5 writers all paired together, and not paired, obviously, but grouped together, and they've probably sorted out an overreaching plot line amongst themselves, and they probably get assigned installments of the story here and there.
Must be tough working like that. It's just,
yeah,
it's hard working by yourself. But
a monthly comic is hard enough to put out.
Really?
And one that comes out every 3-4 months. How hard is that?
Very hard.
Yeah. So I can only imagine what goes into creating a weekly book like this. So,
what's it about?
It's about Batman being eternal, man. Batman's eternal.
Okay.
I just read what it was about. It was about the relationship between Batman, his allies, and his city.
But isn't that like a general synopsis of Batman?
Listen, man.
Get
on the weekly bandwagon here, and the eternal stylings of Batman.
Hey, that's fine. Up next, we got a interesting book, Justice League United #0. Top comic writer Jeff Lemire teams up with superstar artist Mike McKone for the all-new monthly series Justice League United, starring the new team of powerful heroes Earth calls Justice League Canada. In the aftermath of Forever Evil, Adam Strange is caught up in an adventure across the far reaches of the cosmos that will unite an unexpected team of heroes including Supergirl, Hawkman, Green Arrow, Stargirl, Martian Manhunter, and Animal Man. But if they're on the team, who exactly is Canadian? Plus, don't miss the debut of a new Canadian hero who will have a huge effect on the group.
I love that comics have come to this point where it's like the main feature of this story is who is Canadian? I can just imagine one of those classic covers from like the 60s or 70s where they show like images of all the characters and they're like, who will die? But now it's like, who is Canadian?
It's almost like
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, is this necessary?
Well, you know, as Canadians, Ricky, I think we should embrace this.
Yeah, but it's a team of non-Canadians.
But somebody is Canadian.
Like, I mean, I guess.
Well, I think what's going to happen here is, you know, after the aftermath of Forever Evil, I guess the Justice League will be forced to be in Canada. Canada is some sort of haven for them, maybe.
Okay.
And what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to be the Canadian in this group?
Wasn't it like Blue Beetle or something?
Booster Gold was rumored
yeah.
to be Canadian, but he hasn't been around in a while.
Maybe he shows up.
Maybe he's the guy that they're saying a new Canadian superhero shows up. Maybe Booster Gold comes back.
He's not really new. So.
That's true. I think it's Adam Strange is the Canadian.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that they're going to make Adam Strange a Canadian guy.
Well, maybe. Maybe they'll just make a whole new guy, like Maple Syrup Man or something.
Yeah.
Tim Hortons Cup guy.
He's really good at rolling up the rim. He's got like a 50% success rate on winning at roll up the rim.
They're like, oh, we need a car to escape. He's like...
For those of you who don't know, Roll Up the Rim is like this promotion that they do at Tim Hortons Coffee, and it's notoriously bad for giving prizes. You roll up the rim, and it tells you if you've won a prize or not.
You usually don't win.
You usually don't, like 90% of the time. So yeah, this Canadian superhero's power can be that, like, he can roll up the rim, and it's always like whatever he needs.
Yeah. It's almost like that girl based on luck in Marvel.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, I need a grappling hook to get to the top of this building. Just takes out a cup of Tim Hortons coffee, rolls up the rim.
But then wouldn't you have to go to the store to redeem it?
That's true. Yeah, but he does that. He does that. Okay. Because, when you're in Canada, there's a Tim Hortons at every block.
That's true.
So it's not hard to just go into a Tim Hortons and redeem it.
That's true. And he's just super polite.
He's just super polite, and, you know, sometimes he has to wait in line for a while, especially when it's like breakfast time.
Exactly.
A lot of people getting their coffees. He can go through the drive-thru sometimes if he wants, in his car that he won through Roll Up the Rim.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think this needs to happen. DC Comics, Roll Up the Rim Man.
Jeff Lemire, you owe us some money.
All right, so looking forward to this book.
I'm gonna pick up issue 1 or issue 0.
Issue 0,
and we'll see.
I can't wait to see who's Canadian.
Canadians are very patriotic, so I don't see this becoming like a, oh my god, like unless it's hockey.
I just you know, when they do a book like this or Alpha Flight, I think that it doesn't really hold the attention of internet, you know, people that aren't Canadian.
But it is written by Canadians, so it might be good.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, next up, everybody, Jack Bauer is back and presented to you in sequential illustrated format. It's 24, issue number 1 from IDW Comics. Jack Bauer lives again. Before the Emmy award-winning drama returns to your television with Live Another Day, find out what the heroic agent has been up to in the several years following the events of the final season. Restarting the clock on the high-octane saga are writing sensation Ed Brisson and Eisner Award nominee Michael Gaydos. 24 as a comic.
It's written by superstar writer Ed Brisson?
Yes. 24 has been a comic in the past, albeit not a very successful one. But do you think that given the nostalgia for Jack Bauer, now that we've been without him for a few years on television, and with him coming back in an all-new special, do you think that people will, you know, want to pick up?
I don't know. I've actually never seen an episode 24. Is it good? I know Alicia Cuthbert was on it.
Alicia Cuthbert was on it for you know, a few seasons. She was on the first season, and then the second season.
So every episode, it's like an hour, right?
Every episode is 1 hour out of a 24-hour day, and it's presented in real time. So you know, it'll break for commercial at like 15 minutes, and it will come back and it'll be like 16 minutes and.
Well, that's pretty cool.
30 seconds.
I guess I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I have all of them on DVD if you want to borrow.
DVD.
Yeah. Blu-ray, what's that?
Do you think that this comic's going to follow that same kind of idea? It's gonna have like 24 issues,
Yeah.
and each one's gonna be an hour.
I don't. You know, 24 issues is a tall order, I think, for any new series starting out. But that would be cool if that was kind of the intention.
Yeah.
And each issue was broken down into an hour.
What I'm excited for is the IDW crossovers that they do.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be sweet. So
Jack Bauer with like My Little Pony.
Yeah.
And he's just like goes in there and it's like cracking ponies' necks and stuff.
Yeah, like Jack Bauer and Ninja Turtles, and X-Files.
So many possibilities.
I think that'd be great. Maybe like a Jack Bauer meets Transformers.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
All right, IDW.
So much potential.
With
I can't wait to see it though. Ed has been on a tear with writing lately, and I'm sure he's going to put his best in this. I'm just looking forward to seeing Jack Bauer crack some necks, shoot some terrorists, and say things like "Damn it, Chloe," a whole bunch of times.
Says that?
He says that a lot, yeah.
All right, up next we have my old nickname, Southern Bastards.
You were Southern Bastards, plural?
Yeah. It's more than one. It's my fists.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to Craw Country, Alabama, home of Boss Barbecue, the state champion running Rebs football team, and more bastards than you've ever seen. When you're an angry old man like Earl Tubb, the only way to survive a place like this is to carry a really big stick. From acclaimed team of Jason Aaron and Jason Latour, the same bastards who brought you Scalped and Wolverine Japanese Most Wanted, comes a Southern fried crime series that's like the Dukes of Hazzard meets the Coen brothers on meth. What?
Wow, Dukes of Hazzard on meth. That would have been made for an interesting TV show in my childhood. Yeah.
That's weird.
Big Dukes of Hazzard fan back then.
You can tell just by the copywriting that it's like gonna be a lot of slang, like Boss Barbecue, Running Rebs.
County.
What is Running Rebs?
Well, hey man, you gotta like.
Earl Tubb. What?
That's how Southern bastards are, man.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's just this guy like walking around beating people, huh?
It kind of reminds me of like. Maybe like a Clint Eastwood type thing, walking around with
sticks.
Yeah, like that Walking Tall movie with who was in that? The Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Falling Down.
Falling Down.
Kirk Douglas.
Yeah,
no.
but presented in a Southern bastard type way. Yeah. Art for this looks great.
Yeah. Jason
Aaron is a fantastic writer. He's been killing it with Marvel and.
Thor.
Previously, with Thor and with Scalped previously. He's got an amazing beard, which needs to be respected and worshipped. And I expect that this book is gonna do really well. It looks like it's gonna be good. It looks like it's gonna be violent, vulgar, and just gritty to the core.
I find it funny how like certain times like things set almost in the same place kind of happen. This like True Detectives that's in the South, and that's like, these Southern people. I think something like this.
Maybe it's just tapping into the zeitgeist of the times, man. Like, there's sometimes there's deeper things afoot than you might realize, Ricky. The collective unconscious of the mind, all linked together. The singularity. I'm just throwing out things now.
It's come.
I'm just throwing things out. But yeah, I mean that's typical. Like. Sometimes vampire movies are hot, and you have like a whole bunch of vampire movies.
Or like when Deep Sea came out, and then everyone started releasing like
in the ocean. Yeah, like it became the catalyst for everything ocean related.
Yeah, so it's alright.
Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy looked at that, and they're like, "Oh, The Wake." And then
I expect some money.
So anyway, this looks like it's going to be a great Image title. Definitely pick it up. If Jason Aaron's involved in the book and Jason Latour, you know that it's not going to be just like a 3-4 issue shot in the dark thing. They've got a solid story put together, I'm sure, and it's going to be a fun ride. All right, next up, another interesting Image title, also by Ed Brisson. This guy's everywhere. I'm sure it's for good reason, because his stuff is awesome. A man wakes in a field wearing nothing but his underwear. I think we've all been there before, Ricky.
Right?
He's got no idea who he is or how he got there. His only connection to the outside world is a cell phone on which he receives mysterious texts warning him of impending danger. Danger like Christian, an ex-Bible salesman in the middle of a crime spree, fueled by Christian rock, dirty sex, meth, and murder.
Whoa, that's intense.
So here we go again, like everything's connected. Here's another story with meth.
Yeah. Yeah, another
like it could be in the deep south because it's you know,
in a field.
Christian rock in a
Mm-hmm.
field. We'll have to wait and see what the setting is.
I like how his name is Christian. Very apropos.
Yeah, and Christian rock, man. Like,
right?
You ever listen to Winger
or Creed?
Was Creed considered Christian rock?
I think they started off as Christian rock.
Really?
Yeah. Like Arms Wide Open. That was like totally, you know.
Yeah, had very heavy Christian undertones. Now, do you think that he thought that he was like Jesus, or?
I think so.
Okay.
If you watch his videos, it's very...
Because Kanye West kind of thinks he's Jesus right now.
Does he?
I think so.
Well, he named his album Yeezus.
Jesus. But back to the matter at hand, The Field, issue number 1. What do you think about this? Is this cell phone that he has, is it going to be like he's going to constantly be getting texts about...
Yeah, no, for sure.
So-and-so is coming for you,
like
or
here,
this is happening.
It has a preview where it just says... I don't know if that says roll, does it?
Unknown.
Like, is someone like
run.
watching
It says
him?
run.
Run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's continuously getting texts.
So it seems like someone's like watching him.
It's like someone overseeing him by satellite.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully he can get Google Glass so he doesn't have to look at his phone.
That's true.
Time, right?
Yeah,
so
especially when you're driving.
Yeah.
It's distracting.
It's tough. How are you gonna drive?
The next thing you know, you're in an accident, crashing through your windshield and ending up in a field.
Maybe that's how he got there. Maybe
Circular.
this is like a continuation of Southern Bastion.
Maybe. Alright, up next is Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 1. And we all knew this book was coming eventually, and it will be hitting store shelves in April 2014. The greatest superhero of all time returns. The world may have changed since Spidey's been gone, but so has Peter Parker. This is a man with a second chance at life, and he's not wasting a moment of it. Same Parker luck, new Parker attitude, putting the friendly back in the neighborhood, the hero back into superhero, and the amazing back into Spider-Man. Also returning, the recharged and re-energized Elektra. Alright. So, a lot of hype about this book already.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about it. A lot of the people that were upset when Peter Parker died a year ago, well, a year and a few months ago, are now upset that Superior Spider-Man's ending.
Well, they got converted, you know? They're like, Superior Spider-Man is awesome.
Superior Spider-Man was a great series, and...
See, but do they say Superior Spider-Man's ending?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it's ending in April with issue 31.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to continue.
No, man. Dan Slott has too much on his plate with Spider-Man and Silver Surfer. He can't handle Superior
You got to take a page
Spider-Man
at
as well.
Brisson.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, I feel like it's almost like artificial hype where they created the hype themselves. So like, yeah, we'll take out Spider-Man, bring him back a year later, and people will be hyped for it.
Well, anytime you do that, it's going to create hype. So I don't know if it's necessarily artificial hype. I mean, yeah, it was deliberate what they did. They said, hey, if we kill Spider-Man, we'll get a huge bump in sales. And then if we bring him back, we'll get a huge bump in sales. So,
so Dan Slott, make it happen.
It's worked out pretty well for Marvel. Plus, Superior Spider-Man was one of their best-selling titles over the last year and a half. So, yeah. So not a bad move at all on their part, I guess. Dan Slott's writing this. Humberto Ramos is illustrating it. I know you're not a huge fan of Humberto Ramos' illustration.
Not for Spider-Man. I like other stuff. But
I think Spider-Man is some of his most defining work. Is with Spider-Man.
Because he does a lot of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean.
Well, we've got some awesome variant covers for Amazing Spider-Man #1. The one that I like most is the Marcos Martin variant cover, where it's kind of like an inverted perspective of the city, and he's kind of soaring over it. Well, not really soaring, but maybe like, what would you call it?
Falling.
Falling over the city as Spider-Man is.
Yeah. There's no animal cover for this?
There are all kinds of variant covers for this. I do not believe there's an animal cover as of yet. There's a variant cover by Alex Ross. There is variant covers by Jerome Opeña, Pop Man. We've got variants by Ed McGuinness. We got a variant by J. Scott Campbell, and a 1 in 300 sketch variant by Alex Ross as well. And that Alex Ross cover is actually on the cover of previews this month. This book is going to be huge. It's probably going to be the highest selling book of the spring.
Probably.
I don't know that it will reach the sales numbers that the Death of Spider-Man did with issue 700. Well, you may be asking yourself, how do I get a hold of Amazing Spider-Man #1? You need to go into your comic shop and request it, of course, on your add it to your pull list or your pull file or your subscription list, whatever you may call it. And as far as the variants go, well, you have to check it with your store for that. It'll all depend on how many they order. Now, if you're interested, go ahead.
Where can I pick up all these variants from?
Well, if you're interested in getting some of these variants, a lot of them are going to be really hard to come by. You can go to store.stadiumcomics.com, and right there on the front page, you will see our Amazing Spider-Man collector's packs. We have 3 of them up there right now for you to choose from. The first pack, I think, sells for $24, I believe it is, and it's got a few variants in it. And then the third pack, well, you're just going to have to go and see for yourself what the price is for that. But that includes all the variants that are involved in the release of this book.
What about the third one? It includes the Alex Ross?
Includes the Alex Ross 1 in 300
cover?
sketch cover.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, if you want a chance at getting all the variants, we're more than likely to help you out. Talk to your local shop, see if there's something they can do for you. But if not, Old Stadium's always here to help you out.
Alright, up next we have an interesting book, Elektra #1. Witness the beautifully violent return of the world's deadliest assassin. A life spent in silent pain has led Elektra to the precipice of despair. As she prepares to shed her past and take her next step, everything you know about her will change. Death is no escape, but she will find her way as a new option opens up that will take Elektra to places no other Marvel character can go. Oh, I wonder where that is.
I don't know where it is, but if Mike Del Mundo's interior art is taking us there, I'm buying a ticket for that journey.
Up there.
Yeah.
Like, these preview pages are wicked.
So good. Mike Del Mundo's doing the covers and the interior art on this book, and I think this is going to be a book that is going to revolutionize people's thinking about comics.
Oh, really?
Based on these preview pages alone, like what's going on in them, like
it's almost like it reminds me of the Marvel Knights Spider-Man that just came out. Where it's like,
yeah, where the art is just crazy.
Yeah. And there's no real panels, and you're just like, whoa.
Really outside of the box thinking as far as storytelling on a page outside of your traditional panel structure.
Yeah, looks great, man.
And the covers, I mean, his covers are always so awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Elektra is just kind of she's an interesting character, I feel. So I'm interested to see where this goes. I mean, Frank Miller he created her, and he made her interesting. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
And Scotty Young's doing a variant cover for this, and we've got Paulo Rivera doing a variant cover, Milo Manera doing a variant cover, and a blank cover. So there's going to be lots of options for this book as well. Really excited about it. There hasn't really been an Elektra book in a while, has there?
No.
Yeah.
Closest one was that Savage Wolverine with
That's true. Yeah.
Joe Mad and Jed Will.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully, this looks like it has the potential to be kind of like the next Hawkeye type book.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what it's kind of vibe I'm getting from it. Also, some honorable mentions today. Today we've got a whole bunch of other #1s coming out from Marvel. Stuff like Hulk, which is basically spinning out of the events of Indestructible Hulk. Then you've got the new Iron Fist comic that's coming out. I know you're excited about that. And yes, Reiki, Karate, and Kung Fu are not the same thing.
Then there's Dupe #1.
Yeah, Dupe
it's like
#1.
A mini series.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All new Dupe #1. And then you've got Inhuman is finally going to see the light of day with new
Charles Soule.
New writer Charles Soule attached after Matt Fraction famously walked away from the book. And Original Sin issue 0, which is by Mark Waid and Jim Chung, and is apparently going to lead into the huge, universe and core shaking series.
Is that called Original Sin in the summer?
Don't ask me that because I don't know.
Well, what about Inhuman? Is that the summer thing?
Inhuman? No. Well, they've got Inhumanity going on right now. That's part of that, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah. And X-Men Legacy, issue number 1 with Chris Claremont writing.
Yeah.
Which, nice to see Chris Claremont back in the X-Men fold. Over on the DC side, we have the final issue of Superman Unchained, issue 9. And we also have Francis Manapul taking over the art duties on Detective Comics, which looks awesome. Alright, that is it for this episode of Previews Reviews. Everyone take care, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next time when we talk about collectibles and statues and all kinds of other cool things coming to stores starting in April 2014.